today I thought I might do something a little bit different today than a normal review. I thought I might do a product fight-off with BB cushions. I have been loving BB cushions. They're amazing. I would call them probably the next generation of BB creams and CC creams. I'm going to be doing a product fight-off between Laneige BB Cushion and the Innisfree Longwear BB Cushion, and I love these so much, both of them, but I thought there are a few differences between the two that you probably might want to find out. But before I get to that, I want to tell you what a BB cushion is. If you don't know what a BB cushion is, you are totally like missing out. I love BB cushions. I would say that they're in the middle between a foundation and a powder. They produce a really flawless finish, and you can just carry them on the go as well as a touch-up. So anyway, I have the Lineage one. This is the Lineage Bb Cushion, and this is one of the most popular BB cushions there are in the market. And what it is basically there's a applicator sponge. With all BB cushions, they come in this kind of compact form, and then they have this applicator sponge that kind of has this like little dish here that you put the sponge in so you don't mix the two. And BB cushions basically have BB creams or CC creams soaked inside the cushion, as you can see. So this is actually a really nice springy cushion, and product comes out onto your finger. Actually, it's supposed to come out on the sponge. So what you do is basically you put your fingers through like this, and then you just press down and you get the product onto the sponge, and then you just use that on your face. Now, I love these because they, number one, they wear very long, so it is extremely amazing for humid weather, especially hot weather like here in Singapore. It is so hot these days, it's crazy, and your makeup melts off like, you know, no tomorrow basically. So you need something that is very light and very light feeling, refreshing kind of feeling, and these BB cushions are amazing for that. Number two is that they do provide a little bit more coverage as well, so, and buildable coverage. So if you don't think it's enough coverage, you can actually go again and pat the product again onto your skin, and then more coverage will come out. So it's very, very buildable and allows you to control the coverage of the product as well. And I love the compact kind of packaging just because it's so easy to take with me on the go. And what I like to do with these is that, first of all, I like to first wear them as a makeup base. Sometimes I just apply these on before I apply my makeup, and I love that because I feel like my foundation lasts longer throughout the day if I apply this first and then my foundation. Sometimes I feel like I need a little bit more coverage, as you can see with my acne breakout, but definitely it's getting a lot better. Sometimes I need a little bit more coverage, so I tend to put the BB cushion on first, and then I put just a little bit more foundation in the parts where I need a little bit more. Secondly, I just wear it as a straight off foundation. If I'm just like going out for a short while, or I don't really feel like wearing too much makeup, I can just apply the BB cushion straight up without any additional foundation or concealer. And third of all, I always bring this with me wherever I go instead of a powder. Now powder, when you layer it on, it tends to cake up, especially in this weather. Things start to melt off. Your face looks a little bit more greasy and everything like that. But with this is so light. Like when you apply it, you have this kind of like spread out kind of sponge kind of look, and it all kind of blends together into this really nice flawless thing, but you're only applying like a very thin veil of the product onto your skin, so you don't have to worry so much about it caking up or piling up, and it creates like a very like smooth kind of finish on your face. So that's why I really like it, is because it is able to be a touch-up product as well. Like I could just go out and it gives me enough coverage. It doesn't make me look cakey. It doesn't make me look like I'm wearing too much makeup, which I really like. So I also bring this around with me. Now the reason why BB cushions work better than BB creams and CC creams, in my opinion, is because of how you apply the product. Now these packaging kind of forces you to kind of pat the product into your skin in small patting motions. And I remember when the CC creams first launched, I did a video of me applying the CC creams. My friend from Hong Kong actually showed me how. Basically what you do is you take the product and dot it onto your face, and then use your fingers to pat the product into your face to create this beautiful translucent veil onto your face. And I remember that because I always did short patting motions whenever I applied my CC creams or my BB creams. They kind of applied a lot better. Now with these, they kind of force you to do that. So what you do is you slip this in and then open this up and then press the product onto the sponge, and then what you do is just pat it all over your face in short patting motions. So of course this gives you a nice translucent kind of veil instead of the BB creams and CC creams in bottles. Of course, I'm not crediting this smart technology to myself. The Koreans invented it, and thank God for the Koreans. But like I mean, you know, I just saw a relationship between the two, that's all. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through traits I like about a BB cushion, like coverage, texture, and everything, and basically compare the two. So first thing I want to show you is basically a clip of me applying the Innisfree BB cushion on one side of my face, and then I will apply the Laneige BB cushion on the other side of my face, and you can for sure see the differences between the two, and then I will go on and talk about what I think. So I hope you like that little snippet. As you can see, they're very different. So in terms of coverage, the Innisfree has lighter coverage than the Lineage one. As you can see from that video, the Lineage BB cushion covered a lot better than the Innisfree one, and that was because it has a richer texture. Now, a lot of my friends and a lot of people I talk to about BB cushions, they always say that Lineage is like really oily or rich for them. I totally can kind of relate to that. I haven't really seen that my skin is like superbly oily, but I know that the Innisfree one holds oil better than the Lineage one. So in terms of oil control, definitely the Innisfree Longwear cushion is a lot better, just because this is a richer formula. As you can see, it provides more coverage, it's more hydrating, it smells really, really good. But this is definitely a richer formula than the Innisfree one, so that means this is less better at oil control, and this one is more oil control friendly. So if you have oily skin, I would go with the Innisfree Longwear cushion. Now I know that Innisfree actually has another BB cushion. I think it's like water or something. I don't know. I think that one is kind of for like hydrating people with dry skin, but people with oily skin, they would definitely go for the Innisfree Longwear cushion, especially if you have oily skin. Now if I were to talk about texture, I like the Lineage BB Cushion a little bit more in terms of texture. I think that it blends a lot better. I don't have to keep on dipping my sponge into the sponge again to apply more product onto my skin. I feel like definitely the Lineage BB Cushion really blends a lot better, looks more flawless, and is just kind of like very like flawless veil, and has a perfect amount of coverage. However, the Innisfree one is something that I have to keep on kind of piling it on. Like as you can see, I kept kind of dipping it in and putting it back onto my face. It was definitely more buildable coverage, and also because it was more long wearing and because it controls oil better, it takes a little bit more to get the texture right. But both of these, the texture is great though, but I think that the Lineage one is a little bit better. Now, what about long wear? So this is the Innisfree Longwear Cushion, which means you think that it would be the most long wearing one. And that's true. I think that the Innisfree Longwear Cushion is more long wearing than the Lineage BB Cushion. And I think that that's because, again, the texture, the richness of the product is different. So with this one, you have a more mattifying kind of look, and you have the coverage that's there. It's also very, very light and very, very good. I love this one for the long wearing. And I do feel like when I apply this onto my face, even if I applied like an additional foundation over it, I still feel like, you know, it lasts longer. My foundation will last longer. Not only this will last longer, my foundation will last longer. And I have really seen really amazing results with that in terms of the humidity of this weather and everything. It really withstands this, and that's why I love the Innisfree Longwear Cushion. Whereas the Lineage BB Cushion, it does last long. It's just that it's not as long as the Innisfree Longwear Cushion. It has a more hydrating texture, and if you have oily skin, it will definitely oil, your skin will definitely oil up throughout the day. So you have to be careful with that. I would kind of like recommend this to people with like combination skin or dry skin. I would recommend this to people with oily skin. So yeah, I kind of have summed up the differences between the two. In terms of coverage, this one is better. In terms of texture, this one is better. However, this one controls oil control. This one controls oil very well, and it also is definitely more long wearing. So yeah, I really hope you like the differences between the two. I think to sum it up totally, I would say if you have oily skin, go for this one. If you have dry skin, go for this one. If you want more coverage, go for this one. And if you want something more long wearing, go for this one. So it kind of really ups and downs, but I can't wait to try out more BB cushions. I'm totally excited about that, and I really hope you like this video. If you have tried BB cushions before, I've heard about the IOPE one that I want to try out, but if you have tried any BB cushions and you want to recommend any to me, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.